The Washington Redskins, they won 16-13 over the Jaguars and with a bunch of other teams in the wild card picture losing, with the Dallas Cowboys losing. All of a sudden, it's 7-7 with 2 to play. Gives you a faint pulse. And now they travel to Tennessee to face the Titans. Mark Sessler, this is a Titans team that's been impossible to figure out all season. But one thing we do know for sure, 3 straight wins, including their last 2 victories by a 47-9 margin. Are you now believing in this Tennessee outfit in the final weeks of the regular season?
I mean, they've been hyper streaky. I like that the old Titans team of old we thought was just going to run the ball 30 times a game and try to beat you up physically with their offensive line and their power sets and multiple tight ends and just, squeeze the life out of you. And over the last 2 games, and I realized that game against the Giants last week, there was a weather aspect to that as well. But the split for Derrick Henry is simply unbelievably insane. 408 yards and 6 touchdowns in his last 2 games. Before that, 474 yards and 5 touchdowns all season. So
he's got hot.
They're hot. It isn't just a fluke too. I know he had the long run against the Jaguars, but their offensive line put it to the Giants last week to the point where even Marcus Mariota on one play threw a killer block to take out a Giants defender.
It was fine. I mean, come on.
Whoa.
Well, for a quarterback, he leveled him.
Whoa, don't downplay this.
Fine.
This was awesome.
Well, you're not a Titans guy, so this is not a good development for you. But
the Titans put out his favorite team, the Giants, last week. So
yes,
still,
exactly.
Still upset.
They have a little bit of identity, and they're playing the Redskins at the right time. The Redskins have allowed 400 yards rushing over the last 2 weeks and 130 on the ground in 6 of the last 7 games. So it's good timing, and if they beat the Redskins and if they ever found a way to knock off the Colts next week, according to the New York Times whole analytical business, they have a 95% chance of making the playoffs. So
they just basically need the Ravens or the Steelers to lose one game between the 2 of them, too. Along with
possible.
That, very possible. They're also a team that seems capable of being in the fourth quarter of this game and it being way too close against Josh Johnson. I mean, Josh Johnson winning last week, a game on the road, it's kind of one of the more amazing things that's happened in the NFL this year. For real. I mean, this Redskins team, like the Browns didn't win a game, period, last year. Josh Johnson just went and won one. And I don't know, this Titans team just seems capable of anything. Like, I want this to be like an ugly game that actually means something in the fourth quarter, and you start thinking, like, could the Redskins actually enter Week 17 with a pulse? But they're going to be without Jordan Reed. He's out. Monty Nicholson, their safety, was put on injured reserve this week. There's not really much reason to believe they could do it other than that the Titans are as inconsistent as any team in the league.